Hello and welcome once again to our Lifestream D&D campaign. Currently with the title of Equivocation. Sorry, my camera got a little wonky there. I needed to fix it. Uh, Anyways, I'm joined by the usual folk. Anyways, so last time we left off, we're finishing up basically combat in the town of Oriskay. Yeah. Where they were being attacked by some kind of lizard-like creatures. And you guys, fighting them, it got a bit rough there for a little bit, but it seemed like that they were towards the end of whatever this raid was and started packing up wagons with different, looked like foodstuffs and you know, people. Don't know if they were dead or alive, but you know, just something to just what's going on, going through that. As you guys then decided after that point to talk to the guard captain for a little bit. He kind of gave you guys a little bit of information, not too terribly much. It seemed like this was something odd and not something that's happened before, and not something that they're used to dealing with and such. And you guys kind of ask where you guys can possibly go for to sleep. At which case, you guys were pointed in the direction of the other end, since the one, the Candle Glow, if I remember if that's the name of it. Something I believe it was Candle Glow. Was the one that was mostly on fire, and you guys were sent to, oh geez, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I should have written that down. But as you guys were sent off to the other establishment, you guys had a meal, and slept and sleeping through the night currently. With the exception being Harrow and Rue, who both ended up going out to the wagon after somebody remembered about the little cub creature that's currently out in the wagon. So, we'll pick up at that point. Like I said, it is currently the next day. And yeah, I guess the first thing that we will pick up with, I'll just kind of use this for right now, just so you guys kind of not sitting there looking at the start screen.
I'm triggered.
Huh?
I'm triggered.
I don't have a picture for this town. I mean, it's still kind of the same field, just not so much of the farming stuff.
We
I mean,
gotta
the
get out
other,
of this place.
anyways. Uh, Anyways, like I said, I need. Who wants to roll a D100 for me?
I got it.
You got it? Okay. 38. Okay. Yeah. Looking at this and such. I would say for the creature, not looking too hot. As you guys wake up the next morning, So,
Hesper,
uh-huh.
what's the weather like today?
The weather today is... You know what? Roll me a D100. 26. Okay, the weather today seems to be, uh, partially cloudy, but really strong winds. So it's, pretty windy today.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna try to feed the baby with if
Okay,
you can help me feed the baby.
okay. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling.
Hey, I was
Since who
thinking
is
since
helping
we're
me? Oh,
oh,
go ahead.
I was thinking since we're in a new town and such, maybe, with a different group of people in the town and all that, maybe there's somebody, some kind of expert on a child monstrosities.
I mean,
It
that's
sounded better in my head than coming out of my mouth. But, I'm starting to think maybe we need a second opinion or, an expert or something.
Yeah, we should probably check that out.
Okay. Well, if you want to do that, I'm still in the cart, but do you guys want to ask around? How about this? I go to the inn and let you guys know that the status of the baby is not doing too good, so we can trigger that conversation.
Okay. uh Let's see, Newtown, kind of in shambles, like half of it, right? Uh,
that's the name of it. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. I was going through and scrubbing some video for the name. So, uh-huh, yeah. So I know what you guys are talking about doing because it was playing lowly in the background. So you guys are thinking about scouring the town looking for
The
some
vet?
kind of vet. I
yeah,
mean,
like an exotic vet. uh,
Might have better luck with like a type of monster bounty hunter or something, some type of mercenary even that's local.
I mean,
but yeah,
that's
we need somebody who's not gonna judge us and not gonna alert the town and freak everybody out. But I feel like we gotta let in another person on our dirty little secret here.
okay. I mean, that's completely and totally up to you guys on what you guys want to do.
I say vet because there probably at least will know more than we currently know.
Okay.
Also, if there are any bounty hunters in town, we probably would have gotten help yesterday.
So let's see here. You two. Okay, so I'm just making sure. So you two went into the tavern or whatever where the others are at, and I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Okay.
after we got the baby and noticed it wasn't doing well, we went back to the inn to let the others know the baby's not doing well,
Okay.
and are in
All
the
right.
process of discussing that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just making sure. I probably missed a couple of things and such, but yeah. All right. So like I said, you went in. Like I said, the clever onion, by the way, still seems kind of morbid and such, probably because it's not too long after that attack as you guys went through and such. Um, People that you see here look kind of scuffed, battered, and probably little dirty hand and such, as there probably been, some people who have probably been trying to dig through the remnants of what was left over. I mean, granted, with you guys putting out the fires and stuff, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but still, I mean, it's still burned for quite a bit before you guys got there, so. Anywho, all right. So I just thought I'd give you the mood that you kind of walked in case there's anything of note or interest that you guys might want to talk about or whatever.
Okay, so there's people here who are like kind of beat up and scuffed up and stuff, ragged.
More
How many? Give or take.
less than a dozen.
Okay.
It's probably people that are in here, or maybe more along the lines of probably like taking a break or trying to wrap their minds around what transpired. About the only cheerful person is the dwarven tavern owner and such, and that's probably more along the lines of his job than he's happy that this happened.
Okay, I talked to the tavern owner, Hesper. I walk
right.
up to the bar, assuming he's at the bar.
Yeah, he's taking care of some customers and such. He's like, sleep well last night?
Yeah. Back hurts a little bit, but anyway,
Yeah,
we were kind of looking for some kind of animal doctor, but like an exotic type, weird animal. Is there a veterinarian that survived the raid yesterday?
He's kind of looking at you kind of odd, because this is a pretty odd request.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know so much about exotics and such, but I mean, basically, the stables and such, they're decent with, animal husbandry and such. So, they're probably a little bit, they got to be knowledgeable with their work and such. But I mean, I haven't really heard of anybody who, man, I mean, out here, maybe a city might have something like that, but out here, it's a little bit more, especially with animals, you tend to do it yourself.
Yeah. This
Have you tried Nightingale? That's a pretty close city. They might have something that you're looking for.
It's a good idea.
Of course, might not help you if you need it now rather than later.
Yeah, I don't know if we have that much time.
Oh, yeah, Nightingale's probably going to be about a good, maybe 6-day travel, give or take.
That's 6 rolls of a D100, guys.
Well, that's not constituting anything that might delay you. Like monsters that attack the town and going and being heroes.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking Goose's plan there.
Just like a doorstop baby.
Hey, if you can legally drop a baby off at the fire station in a basket, you could drop a baby monster cat off at the stables. Yeah. Right?
That's completely and totally up to you guys on what you guys want to do.
I mean, we can at least go talk to the stable owner.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, don't forget there's also the guard captain who said he should have your reward ready for today.
That's true.
I think came out to
I-
about 450 gold, if I remember right.
Yeah. So I kind of just had this feeling because I've played a lot of D&D and video games and stuff. If we go and get that money, that's going to wrap us up into something else with the guard. I think we talked to the stable hand. Let's get rid of this side quest.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm just reminding you of everything that's happened recently.
So, which way are the stables?
Oh, I'd say outskirts of town towards the east end.
Can we get a vote in chat for what our current plan is? Basically, are we keeping the baby monstrosity or are we dropping it on a doorstep?
Honestly, I don't mind dropping it off. I don't necessarily think that I have to go super incognito. I'll just wrap it up, waddle it, and then give it to the stable hand and just say we found it. I want to potentially try to keep it, but if everyone votes against that, then I'll carry it.
I just don't think it's going to survive if we keep it too much longer.
You also got a whole bunch of goats.
We can leave them with the stables too.
We can eat them.
Or
Or
sell
we can
them.
eat them.
Why don't we sell? Let me put this in shotgun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I said, it's totally up to you guys on what you guys want to do.
Okay, so it sounds like we're getting rid of this baby.
Well, it sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds like you guys are agreeing this is too much of a hassle, and
Okay.
I mean, we gave it a good college try. We killed one. Let's not kill this one.
I'll leave that to be
Okay.
someone else's job.
Yeah, I can't handle the guilt of 2 babies dead. No.
How? I could also just end the life of the baby and bury it and we sell the goats, so it's not suffering.
that's completely and totally up to you guys on what you guys want to do.
Especially since I suggested we keep going, I'll take responsibility to put it out of its misery.
Well, this just turned dark.
Okay, so I think maybe we ask the stable hand about it and see if it's possible that they could take care of it, and if they think they could, and if not, I think we start talking about putting it out of its misery. Does that work?
Okay. Yep.
Yep, that works.
I'll go to the carriage and we take the whole thing with us to the stable.
One minor note. We have to kind of finesse this a little bit because I'm assuming under some technicality, bringing a monster into a town is probably a crime.
Man.
But that's why some of you who have a silver tongue should be the one that propositions this and then give me a sign and I'll bring the baby out of the carriage.
Yeah.
So, in other words, you're saying that Khaleesi needs to do all the talking because I think she has the highest charisma out of any of you. Maybe Bubba has a decent charisma, but I think all of his stuff's set up in deception.
Alright, well, where's the stable? And let's lead over there, and Khaleesi, do your thing. Go with Anaya, I guess, or Pazuzu, one of them. Help support your story.
Rue will go.
Okay, so Rue and Freyja. Now, as we head over there, what is the premise? What have we decided how we found this baby? White lie, tell the truth.
Are we not familiar with this area? Like, honestly, I'm assuming we all just came to this area not knowledgeable. Maybe we could say we're travelers.
Yeah.
I mean, I vote, honestly, probably telling the truth, saying, hey, we came across this. It was an infant. We thought we were doing the right thing. We really don't know the laws of the land. What should we do with it?
Yeah.
A plus,
I'm good with that.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, okay. So as you guys start making your way out towards the east end of town, were you guys going to eat breakfast before you go, or are you going to take care of this and then maybe eat breakfast and then go check on the guard or anything like that? Or
Since we're here, let's eat.
okay, I didn't know if you guys were eating while you guys were
Yeah.
discussing.
We
Yeah,
just ate. We don't
Okay.
have a role play, do we?
yeah. No, I was saying you
I
guys
think we
could have
more or
been-
less just did.
Yeah, you guys kind of, while discussing this, if you wanted to, you could have eaten your breakfast and stuff. I believe I said it was about 2 silver for like all of you for the meals, or it was like 2 copper, so that'd be 14 copper. That's right, 2 copper, 14.
Goose is feeling pretty generous. He's going to cover this.
Okay.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Goosey
Alright.
woosey.
How much for a nail?
Ale probably run you about a silver.
Okay, Freya has one with her
Okay.
breakfast, but we're not. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Like I said, over the time and period, probably talking and such. Don't need to make any rolls or anything like that. So, I just thought he was intently staring. Boy, I don't know what his computer is. His deal is with D&D and crashing.
Well, I
Anyways,
remember a long time ago, this was a thing with him in Final Fantasy XIV, wasn't it? Kinda.
Yeah, it was.
But I think that was a different computer.
Yes, it was.
different computer, maybe same problem. Who knows? Oof,
Yeah.
maybe his computer's going out now. Had bad luck with that. I mean, mine went out. All right. So, anyways, as you guys start heading out towards the east end of town, you eventually come to what looks like a stable. It has a sign kind of hanging out of it off the side. It reads "The Long Rain," and we're not talking like rain, like the water rain. We're talking like rains like that you have on a horse.
Okay.
Wait, what's the name of it? Sorry.
The Long Rain.
The
Okay.
Long Rain, yeah. So,
All right. Do we see anybody outside?
yeah, I will say you probably, yeah, welcome back, Feugy. You guys probably notice, looks like, not an older, but like probably early adult male, big, strapping. Looks like he's trying to break in a horse right now. So he's kind of out in the open, fenced-in field area. Other than that, not really anybody outside directly.
Okay. I'm going to approach him slowly, of course. If he's breaking in a horse, I don't want to.
Yeah, like I said, it's a decent way. This is like a big like pen or like
okay.
fenced-in area. Yeah, so you'd have to like hop over and probably go like 60 feet to even get to him.
Okay, well, I shout loud enough that he can hear.
Okay.
Hello there. Are you the stable hand here?
He's trying to break in this horse, trying to pay attention to what he's doing and see what you guys are doing, and he points towards the building. That's the only thing that you get from him. Obviously, he's busy, and he's telling you, go there.
All right, I wave and go into the building.
Yeah, he's kind of busy with what he's doing, so not really waving back or anything like that. He's trying to take care of anybody decent with animal handling. So I'd say probably Feugy, Pazuzu, maybe an A. Probably can kind of see he's a fairly young horse. He's probably trying to break in. So
Oh, see that's a young horse. He's trying to break him.
anyways, so is you head inside, um, kind of more along the lines of tending to the animals and such. You notice a much older human male. He's going around. Looks like he's kind of restocking feed and such. I'm kind of doing his like morning routine and such of taking care of what's they like the animals and such.
Hello there. I am Freya Frydenlund. Are you the owner of this place?
As he gets done, he kind of puts his hand back in his back, pops it a little bit, and yeah, I'm, well, for now, yeah, I guess I'm in charge. My daughter and her husband are off taking care of some other business, so I'm just kind of, enjoying my retirement.
All right. Well, sorry to hear that you're working here during your retirement, but are you familiar with animals enough to help us out here?
I mean, I'm pretty sure anything, like I said, I've been around a while, probably know thing or two.
Okay. Are you familiar with more of the wild animal type, not just, domestic?
Not as much, but maybe. I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to talk about.
Okay. Well, see, we found this creature in our travels. We're travelers, and this wild cat-like owl thing. Yeah. Um, it was just born, and its mother was dead, and we tried our best to take care of it, but at this time, it's just not looking like it's doing so well. We were just looking for some advice, maybe somebody who's better equipped to care for it could take over. Do you want to take a look? Does that sound like something you could help us with?
Well, I'm thinking here, and he goes and he starts describing pretty close to what you're talking about, and he's like, "Is that the creature you're thinking of?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, occasionally you see them through here. They're more of a predatorial creature. Generally we find cell swords and such, and if they're they're not very common in these areas, but they're kind of came more from a little further up north. But anyways, managed to migrate down here. Who knows? Probably something disturbed them and started moving away from where they originally used to be. Anywho, um, generally they're a pretty big nuisance. You got people who go out and do such and wind up dead because of them. And when you do find them, best course of action is to take them out before they start making a nest or anything like that. You get enough of them together, and it's gonna be, oof, boy, it can be pretty fierce from what I remember hearing.
I can understand that. Do you think it's in their nature to be a nuisance, or how they're kind of raised up by their parents, or do you think
Uh,
raising one from a baby would maybe kind of domesticate it?
it's a possibility, but it also depends on parentage and such. If you're generally taking something like this and making it more domesticated, then generally what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find two more docile parents and have them mate and then go from there and raising the young. You never know when you don't know what the parents are like.
Yeah, I think the parents weren't docile at all. um,
Uh, are you saying this, or are you just writing this?
what?
Cados's little speech thing in
I'm just writing it as like discussion because I'm not in the conversation. I'm in the carriage.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't absolutely sure or not. Yeah. From the way that he said, just to answer your question there, the way that he sounds invasive. Like they're not supposed to be here.
Okay, so your suggestion would be not to care for it, but to end it before it can become that nuisance.
I do generally, yeah. I mean, of course, you never know. Sometimes you might be able to figure something out, and then figure that out and go from there. And it might turn out all right, might not turn out all right. I mean, just depends on how much you are willing to take the risk, and having a hand one day and next day you're missing one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you so much for your time and your advice. I trust that this conversation will stay between us, right?
I don't see any reason why. I mean,
Well,
you just said you found it.
yeah, I mean, people get suspicious of creatures like this. I don't want to, stir up trouble. We'll take care of it. Don't worry. I just want to make sure, you're not going to share this information with anybody, right?
Well, I might tell the kids when they get back, about what was going on, but about my day and such. But other than that, I mean, doesn't seem like anything of harm's coming anytime soon. I mean, like I said, they generally like to, from what I understand, is ambush and such. So, you know, as long as they're don't have any capability of doing that and not old enough, and you just leave them be, they'll probably if being young enough probably won't live much longer than a day, give or take.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think my father, Olav Friedenlund of us or Marsa, I don't think he would appreciate, lies being told about his daughter. He is a rich
Ooh.
nobleman. So I think you should probably just go ahead and keep this to yourself. Okay.
Roll an intimidation check. Okay. He can kind of tell that you're trying to be intimidating, but also at the same time, he has no freaking idea who you are. So you're like trying to throw some power at him that he doesn't comprehend and such. These places that you're naming off and such, and names and such, he's never heard before. So
Yeah, I know, but she thinks she's big stuff everywhere. So
yeah, like I said, he can tell that you're trying to be intimidating. He's like, all right, then, well, there's anything else I can do for you?
Rue's gonna kind of
that's
poke
it.
his head from behind Frey. He's like, I have 2 questions.
I might have 2 answers for you.
1, this creature you were describing, what did you say its name was again?
Oh, think some folks just call them owl-panthers.
Okay. And second question, completely unrelated to everything we're discussing, most likely. If you had a carnivorous animal that was not yet old enough to eat meat, what is your general idea to help it?
Well, if you're see, the thing is you need the, if there isn't a parent, which I'm assuming what you're trying to talk about, what you're wanting to do is to essentially, you're essentially trying to make what it would get from the mother. So, take your mother for example. What she ate went through her, and then you ate coming from her. So, depending on the diet and such, you're going to want to probably supplement, with the creature like this, basically proteins and such, probably fats and other nutrients.
Okay, that works. Thank you. And we're just going to start walking away.
Alrighty. Well, and anything else you folks need?
No,
What do
no,
we do with
that's
these
it.
goats?
I appreciate your help and appreciate your silence. You have a wonderful day.
Alrighty then. Kind of stretches a bit before he gets back to doing what he was doing beforehand. So, okay, as I guess you leave the long rain. I guess rejoining whatever members of your group that didn't go in.
Yep, I relay my conversation, and my opinion is that we should probably humanely end the creature's life because it sounds like it will be more trouble than it's worth overall.
Okay. What are we gonna do with the goats?
Eat them.
Eat or sell, either way.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take the wagon to the outskirts of town, and then I'll carry the baby into the woods and humanely end its life with my greatsword.
Tell it to look at the flowers.
I don't think it can see yet.
Its eyes are still closed. Yeah.
I know. It was a
yeah.
joke. Never mind.
So,
All right. Well, I think this is probably just a fade to black moment where we won't role play that out of how you
Yeah.
plan on doing that, but because I
Roll
can
the
tell,
hit.
roll the hit. I can tell you're a little uncomfortable with that. So yeah, we'll just fade the black and deed is done.
Yeah,
As
deed is done. I
humanely
bury
as
the body.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, a quick, painless death. And
and Rue will
bury
bury it.
thank you, Rue.
Okay, easy enough.
Freya will have a moment of silence. This was a hard choice, but probably the best choice.
Moment of
Yeah.
silence for any viewers who are drawing fan art of the owl-panthers.
I wish we had viewers that drew fan art of our tales.
One day.
Yeah,
One day.
got to get pretty famous for that. Probably need to go take some voice acting classes and stuff to be able to do that.
Or just, get an animator to make a YouTube video about it.
I mean, if you want to pay money for it, go for it. Anyways. All right. So that's essentially done and taken care of. So let's see here. You said, I'm just checking here, Aster. You said 9:30 your time?
10:30
Or
my time.
10:30. Okay. I'm just
2
making
hours.
making
now.
sure, just trying to make sure how much time we have and such. All right. So What would you guys like to do now?
We gotta go get our money.
Which
Yeah.
money from the sounds of it? Sounds like there's 2 options.
Or talk to the guard captain.
Yeah, let's get our fin money.
Your reward? Okay. Alright. Yeah, it'd probably take you guys a little while considering don't really know where you're going and such. Asking around and such. It eventually ends up taking you a little while because he's not currently at this town so much doesn't like have a lawmaster's keep like the other one did. It's more like an outpost. Like I said, this is quite a bit smaller of a town. We're not looking as big as like Rio style was. This is it's more like a pit stop than anything else along the way. Um let's see here. And so it becomes probably a bit of a goose chase to finally get to him. As you get to one place to ask and get to another place to find out that he's not there and such. Eventually you do find him in front of what looks to be probably the largest and nicest looking house here in this area. It's kind of tucked away towards the southeast. Now outside of it, you see him, and he seems to be talking to this like little well-dressed gnome, like male gnome. Guessing is you guys are
Oh, be right back. I hear oh no's in the other room.
okay. I'm guessing you guys are approaching.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yep.
So, like I said, as you guys are approaching, you notice, this guard captain, which I don't think any of you asked for his name or anything like that, so nobody knows what his name is. Just that he's, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure I said he was human. And like I said, this older, little potbelly-ish, like gnome, bad comb over, trying to like comb over the like a balding spot on top of his head. Getting on a few years, probably maybe about 80ish or no, wait, gnomes live for more than 100 years. So yeah, like I said, probably not elderly, but just a bit before that, older aged. Gnome fella, kind of long, crooked nose. As like these two seem to be conversing. The gnome. As you guys start coming up, the conversation obviously becomes a little bit more audible and such. And this gnome, like, this is just terrible. And how could you allow this to happen? I already have enough work as it is with the jobs that what I already have from taking care of what I need to for the syndicate. But then also, our lawmaster goes up and dies. Now I have to take care of his work too until we manage to get a new one. And then this happens. I mean, it's just, this is just all, this is, I'm writing this in my report that this is going to be your fault. And he's like, fine. Yes, sir. By the way, we do need to take care of the people and such. And he's like, yes, it's going to make me look bad, but guess that can't be helped. I guess what we need to do is send one of the guards that we can after these creatures. And he's like, sir, we don't have enough of the guards to do that. because, you don't allow us to have enough funding to get more of the guards. And he's like, you should be able to do your job with what you have. He's like, well, if I might add and, possibly give a solution to our conundrum at the moment, could we possibly hire outside help? Sell swords and such. And he's like, fine, yes, just get it taken care of and get it taken care of as cheaply as possible. I need this to not hurt our bottom line, so I don't end up losing my job because of your mistakes. He's like, very well. I will see that this is taken care of as quickly as I possibly can. And at this point, the gnome kind of... No, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, if no one stops Rue, he's gonna keep walking until he's basically standing shoulder to shoulder with these people.
Okay.
I will not stop you. Enjoy.
I will gently grab Rue's wrist so he doesn't get so close.
Okay. So nobody's getting like insanely close to these people. You're kind of keeping your distance once you're actually hearing what this conversation is and such.
Yes.
Okay. And at that point you see, this little gnome kind of turn on his heels, give a bit of a huff, and walk towards the big house. At this point, you kind of watch this, like I said, this human guard captain's just kind of like, just kind of, exasperated, kind of dealing with what he has to deal with. And, he turns turns to probably go take care of something else before he notices the 7 of you. Is like, oh, right. Assuming that you guys are here for your reward from yesterday.
That is correct, good sir.
Okay, well, I mean, that can definitely be done, but, also at the same time, while I got you here before I worry about that and such, don't know how much you overheard. I mean, for such a little guy, he can be pretty audible and projectile with his voice. But anywho, you guys seem to be, and ladies seem to be a competent group. So, I guess the question comes to if you would be feeling like doing a bit more work for the town.
No, thank you.
We were here to listen to a lot of that, especially the words as cheaply as possible. So it's probably not a great start to negotiations, is it?
Well, like I said, I'll go ahead and give you this map so you guys can kind of see. I mean, we didn't send it on the one map. Might as well move it so you guys can see more stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it just depends on what what he considers cheap and what you consider cheap.
So what do you consider cheap?
Well, like I said, as before was previously stated with these creatures, I'm willing to give 50 gold per set of fins. And I would say that also, not only hunting down these creatures is important, but also saving and bringing back any survivors. In which case, for every surviving person, I believe we can pay 200 gold. So pains me to say it, but some people have probably passed. But if you can bring people who have managed to pass back so they can at least get a proper burial and service, then, I'd be willing to pay 100 gold for each of those.
We're just gonna look at everybody else.
I think how you worded it there was far more reasonable as opposed to your counterpart suggesting as cheaply as possible.
Well, like I said, he said as cheaply as possible, I believe, and as good as I can possibly get.
Very well then. I also look at the group. Would you be willing to follow these creatures back and rescue the villagers with that kind of money?
All right, so far only Aster has said yes. I don't know about the rest of you. I saw him raising his hand, and that was about it.
Okay. Cados, or Harrow is...
I'm assuming since you're the one who brought it up, you're probably for it, but,
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from Feugy.
Yeah, I was just about to say I just missed the last minute. Kid's going crazy right now because the dog is still covered in powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar?
Yeah.
Hold on, stop
Khaleesi.
everything. Feugy, you have the floor.
Okay, so earlier, Khaleesi made lemon bars. She originally thought they were going to be done before we started. So she was quickly getting out the powdered sugar to throw on top of it. And in her hurry, she dropped the powdered sugar. So it's all over the floor and all over the dog.
The dog or the dogs?
Just the one. I think just Aries.
Aries.
Mm.
She was standing there like, what? It was so funny. She looked like she had like cocaine on her. It was hilarious.
All right, apparently Aries is a cocaine addict.
She's an old lady. Gotta live in the moment, not forever.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Alrighty, so basically they're asking, should we do this? Do what the job offer.
So basically, it's pairs of, what was it? Each pair of fins is 50 gold. We return live villagers back to town is 200 gold per person. And then what was the last one with 100 gold?
Yeah,
Bringing
100
back
gold.
dead people.
Dead villagers.
Dead villagers, their actual bodies.
Yeah, I'm always up for more screen time from my fan club. They'll be pretty happy about that.
Okay.
Troglodytes.
Oh, okay.
Man, I don't know about this one. Like, you guys are usually subterranean, and we'd have to go into a cave. I just don't know if we want to go down a cave.
You'll be fine, Pazuzu. Let's do it.
You have like a thing with caves?
I'm not a fan of them.
We can always lure them outside the cave.
Okay, I'll be okay with that. As long as I don't have to go in the cave, we're good.
We could we could technically also set them up to like try and get as many people out, and then just close it.
Yeah, we can seal the cave with Rue's powers.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay. One more suggestion I need to ask the captain. Do you have any extra either capes or cloaks. We would like to make makeshift masks potentially over our faces when we go into this cave. These guys smell so horrible.
Well, let's see here. Hmm.
Just enough clothes, Hesper, to make like a makeshift
Yeah.
scarf to wrap around their face or
Yeah.
over our nose. Yeah.
I was just getting a name. Yeah, if I'm quiet like that, it means generally I'm trying to look up a name.
Okay.
Well, about the only place I can possibly think of off the top of my head. Might be able to go to the Calm Clutter.
Calm clatter.
Clutter.
Clutter. Okay, that is a very bizarre name. I mean, unique name.
It's only general store we have here in town. They might be able to help you, but guess from the sounds of it that we have a contract. So I guess if you can either follow me now and we can head back to the well, to the outpost and such, and I can get you your reward for last time and draw up this new contract, or you can take care of your business now and meet me there.
Guys, let's just. Are you guys okay with just following him over to make the new contract, and then we get our masks on the way out?
That seems to be the
Sure.
most natural way of doing things.
Okay.
All right.
I was just giving you guys the option because,
Yeah.
sometimes people want to do weird things. He's the general stores right there. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, so you head back over to the outpost. Head on in. It's like I said, it's a small little building. It's not very big. Couple of cells to hold deemed criminals. But outside of that, like I said, it's pretty small. Takes him a while as he's talks to one of the seems like this place has a clerk as well. Kind of a I'm gonna say, bit of an oddity here, kind of looks elven in features, but kind of blue of skin. Like kind of bluish green. As this person is sitting back behind the counter, and they have a little bit of a conversation before that one kind of goes off for a little bit, and probably the only side room, or well, actually, no, I'd say there's two side rooms. He goes off to the one of them and takes a little bit before he comes out of there, with a comes out with a sack and places it on the desk. And he goes, this one's like, so there be your reward. And Captain's like, oh, good, good. As he finishes writing up the contract, and he's like, okay, so I just need somebody to sign here that this is what we've agreed upon.
Well, I look at this blue boy, and I just kind of point at him and point at my blue skin, and I'm just like, oh, oh, oh.
Not the same kind of blue. It's kind of different. Uh, and I would say from where you're at and from where you're from and such, you probably wouldn't. Like I said, it's more kind of like a bluish green kind of color.
No, never mind then.
Yeah. Trying to think of who probably would have the best bet on. There's possibility a nay. Possibility for Umi.
Could I roll like a history check to see if I recognize what their race
Yeah,
is?
could I give this some thought?
Yeah, you can roll a history check.
I will
While they're
do
doing
the
that?
same. This is gonna be good.
As they're doing that, can I sign the contract?
Yeah, go ahead. A nay. Not ringing any bells. Umi, you've kind of been in the area a little bit longer. You've seen these before. You're sitting there and you're like, right. I forgot that they'd be around in this area. What you're talking to there is a sea elf. You know, don't see very many of them, and they're more likely to be found on coastal and island areas in this area, but you have seen them before. Uh, that's a completely, totally different kind of elf there, Aster.
It's an elf.
Anyways, so as you sign the contract, he's like, okay, well, I personally suggest the sooner the better because the longer I'm sure this takes, the more likely they might come back, possibly ambush people on the roads, and other terrible things.
Yeah, we're just gonna stop by the general store to get masks from
Okay.
excess fabric
All right.
and
So,
potions.
all right. So, you make your way over to the Calm Clutter.
Hesper, can you split that money as evenly as possible? I know it's like 21.6.
I think so because that's going to be 450 divided by 7 people. 24 or not 24, 64 times 7. So there's 2 gold pieces left.
Okay. I think Umi should take one of them. I don't know.
Is this our
She
pay
did.
from the previous?
Yeah, this is your
Okay.
pay from the previous. It'd be 64 gold pieces each, and then there's 2 gold pieces for you guys to decide who gets what.
I think Yumi gets both because she got fucking wrecked. That fight.
2 gold buying you a whole health potion.
Oh man, thanks guys.
Give them to her, yeah.
All
So what
right.
is that? 66. Okay.
Yes, the
What's
66 for
65
you.
plus 66. Calculator. 131.
Okay. Anyways,
So rich.
so as you guys make your way over to like I said, the Calm Clutter, seems to be pretty busy. It seems to be a lot of people coming in and out with tools, lumber, like nails, screws, whatever the put together, whatever they have left of their life. As you enter, like I said, it's a little busy in here. There seems to be an older, an older halfling male kind of behind the counter, occasionally bringing materials and such up to those who come up to the counter. And, like I said, he's just seems like kind of it's not really like a line system or anything like this. It's kind of more along the lines of just, old-fashioned general store kind of feel. It's just kind of people just kind of order themselves on how they, it's kind of self-governing on orders and such like that on going up and talking and such. So, uh, guessing eventually when you guys get to your turn, you guys go up unless you guys do something different. Like I said, floor is yours. What are you guys doing?
I will approach the general
Okay.
person, the vendor, and request if they have. I'm trying to calculate based on. Would you allow me to try to calculate in my mind based on previous experiences in the past where I had to mend my clothes and make makeshift like bandages from like torn clothes or like masks, things like that? Would you allow me to roll so I can calculate how many cloaks we need to then cut them and then sew them? Or cut them just to tie them, because it's going to be a very simple scarf.
Yeah. Okay, so you're explaining that you want cloaks to cut up the turn in the these for him?
Yes,
Or
because we
okay.
will be going somewhere where it's pretty
Yeah.
smelly and
Okay. He
Well,
just
first,
he just Oh, go ahead, Feugy. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to interrupt. Do you have masks or scarves?
If she's about ready to describe this but actually, yes, we do have. As you kind of look around, you kind of notice, kind of like some of these people who are working and such, kind of have like bandana kind of scarf things that probably used to while they're working and stuff to keep sweat off of them, from dripping down and such, or tie around their head to keep it from falling. And so yeah, there are small bits of cloth that could be just simply tied around one's face. Like I said, they're probably squares, maybe like that big.
will one of them fit Umi's face?
It'd be pretty snug, but yeah, you could possibly get one to fit. If not, you could get two of them and tie them together. I mean, it's just up to you guys.
Okay, well then we need 7 of them, 8 of them, in case Umi's face is too massive, her snout is too big.
Fair enough. I'll be run you about. Oh, yeah. They run you about 2 for 1.
2
Copper.
for 1. 2
Yeah,
copper per mask? Okay.
no, two masks per copper.
2 masks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, looking at the fabric and stuff, it's not like high-end fabric or anything like that. It's more made for quick ease durability.
Ane
That's fine.
offers up 4 copper pieces.
Okay.
Easy enough as he brings, like I said, they're like I said, they do the job. It's a little rough. It's a little bit rougher of material. It's something kind of akin to a feel like a burlap.
Okay.
It's
And then what
mostly
about
just
potions? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
okay. So yeah, you talking about healing potions? And he's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know how long you folks have been here in town, but well, we kind of had them all taken up already, because of folks being attacked and such. And whatever folks around here didn't buy, the guard ended up buying to replenish their stocks from yesterday. So, I mean, if you're really in need of some, I'll probably have to be able to get a shipment in about a week and a half. You're more than welcome to come back around then.
While this conversation is going on, Rue is just going to be looking around the store, seeing if maybe because I know this is a general store, but seeing if maybe they might also have some very like low tier magic items.
Okay. Are you doing detect magic, or are you just just gonna do an Arcana check?
I guess it would be an Arcana because I don't have detect magic.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you grabbed that spell or not. Okay, so go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Okay, we're at normal. Okay.
21. Okay, so looking through here and looking through this, shelves and racks and stuff that they have in here, it's very, what he has out here in front is very mundane items. Shovels, hose, just hammers, just generally stuff people would use around here. You know, yeah, I mean, you're more than willing that you could ask him and see if he has anything magical, but you know,
I'll trust my gut on my own investigation.
yeah, I mean, considering from where you were from and such, I would even say that they would have had like, from where you were and stuff like that, they would have had probably shops that would have dealt maybe with lesser versions of magic, and they generally tend to be very presumptuous and very flamboyant with how they look and such, and very not like a tool shed. So,
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask him, thank him for the mask. So,
all
but I
right,
do observe Rue in case he wanted to ask for something while that's going on.
yeah. And he's like, "Hey, anything else I can get you?" And if not, well, then I guess good luck on whatever you're doing, and I'll get to helping the next folks behind you.
Okay.
Alrighty. So as you guys, I guess, proceed to leave the calm clutter, he proceeds to start talking with the next customer and such. You guys exit. What you guys like to do now?
I guess we should go to where the raid was at and try to track
Okay.
the wagon trail.
Well, we know
Okay.
some went east and some went north, right? That's what I remember.
Yeah. I mean, they went. It's kind of interesting on how like the central town square and such is because because like I said, there aren't any like major roads as you can tell from the map that go north and west here, north and south here. So, you know, who knows exactly where they were reconvening and such, but that's just the directions that they started taking the carts off to. So, anyways, as you guys, I guess, proceed to the central part of town, you notice there's folks who are digging through the rubble and the destruction of probably once was their life. Couple of. Oh, I'll go ahead and just kind of put you guys back on that map so you can kind of have a better idea of what you were looking at originally before. Obviously the guards are all gone, the bodies are all gone. This is just to give you guys an idea of what the kind of the layout was, and as I stated before, you saw, if I remember right, one wagon went this way, and then two went up this way.
Well, I'm assuming they
Or it was
out of town.
two went one way and one went one way. So I don't exactly remember which ones were which now that I think about it, because I'm dumb.
Yeah, I'm assuming it don't matter which one we follow. We would probably meet up out of
Yeah.
town.
Yeah. And then like I said, the buildings that are, there's some that were burned pretty bad. Others, like walls and doors and windows are all smashed, and people are just trying to put together what little bit of normalcy that they, little bit of a normal life as they can.
Well, I said let's go north. That was where the big guy was, and I'm kind of pissed at him because he did do a lot of this. So let's go north. And like you said, Pazuzu, they're probably gonna meet up again at the location they planned.
Okay.
Are we going in our carriage? Or are we leaving this here? Because I think if we take our carriage, it'd be good to be able to bring the dead bodies over.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. So yeah, let's take our carriage.
Okay. All right. So you guys go ahead and get back in the carriage and start tracking. Okay, so are you guys tracking from the carriage, or is somebody going by foot and following somebody who's kind of tracking?
I assume somebody would be on foot.
Okay, so who's tracking and who's driving the wagon?
I will drive the wagon.
I'll track on the ground.
Okay.
And I'll help track them.
Okay, so you two are going to track, you're going to drive, and is anybody going to keep a lookout?
I'll keep a lookout.
Okay, so perception check, animal handling check, perception from Lonnie, animal from Aster, survival either at advantage for one of you two or single for both of you.
What's
Cados
your
and
survival
Feugy.
at, Feugy? Because I have it at 3.
Yeah, same.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll at advantage? I'll let you roll this one.
Okay. Didn't matter. All right. So I'll go in the order that we did these things. All right. So Nay, pretty confident with handling these creatures. You've been with them long enough. I guess the question is, are you dragging the goats along with you, or are you guys leaving them here?
Probably leave the goats here for now.
Okay.
Yeah, can we leave them at this fast track reverse? Leave them at the stable hand for now, and then when we come
Okay.
back, we can sell them.
The long rein? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it tells you probably end up costing you 5 copper per night to
Okay.
board them.
That's fine.
Yeah, so and just
I'll
pay
leave
it when you get back.
Okay.
Or well, when you want to pick them up, basically. So it's essentially you kind of get the feeling that if you go back, you pay the money. If you don't go back, they're going to keep and probably sell the animals.
Sounds right.
What a shame.
Anywho, so as you guys proceed to head north with your 2-horse drawn wagon, minus 3 goats. All right. So, like I said, these horses, you've gotten so used to them, and they're just following your driving instructions pretty well. Umi, don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Like I said, as you guys are following these tracks and such, it's getting very hilly in this part. I'll go ahead and go to the map so you guys can kind of get an idea of what you're looking at. I will say, Aster, that with the hills and stuff, are you trying to go over the hills, or are you going to try to like more weave between the lower parts of the hills?
I think I weave.
Okay. All right. So it will end up taking you longer because you're trying to keep the wagon more flush instead of going up and then taking a wrong turn and the whole wagon tipping. So, but like I said, it's pretty hilly. This area doesn't seem like it's very traveled, as you can tell. As you guys proceed to keep going for a bit, like I said, at this point, with the weight and stuff, track's pretty easy to follow. I guess Umi's mostly trying to keep an eye on you on the on you two. You two tend to follow these tracks and Ane tends to drive the wagon in between these hills. You trying to keep an eye on these two and make sure that you don't lose where they go. These creatures don't seem to be as concerned as they just. There's probably tons of them, so it's probably easy enough for them to just push it up and over and down these hills, and whatever they drop, they'd probably go and have one of them go pick it up and run and throw it back on the wagon or something. But yeah, that's the first survival check. Animal handling, especially with the way that you're driving and with your roll, I don't need you to make any more. Perception and survival checks, though. I'll need a second set.
Okay, I'll roll this time around, but with Pazuzu's help.
Okay, not an issue. Okay, 16, managed to still keep on the trail of these. Even though it's getting a little harder because, like I said, kind of seems like kind of seems like there are tracks going in other directions, which is interesting. And you're, like I said, wagon tracks, looking at them and such with your roll. I would say you're probably able to tell which one's the newer one and which one's the older ones. The other one, there's quite a few older ones. They don't seem to be running as heavy. So, not quite sure what's going on, why there's tracks from other ones, but like I said, does seem to be tracks going off in other directions, and as you guys continue to follow the one that you're believing is the correct one, it seems like these tracks seem to be more converging and leading to one point.
Okay, well, I guide Aster and A towards that direction.
And like I said, Umi, nothing out of the ordinary from what you can tell. I'd say probably need one more survival perception check.
Cool, Pazuzu, go.
Okay. Alrighty. With that survival perception, Lonnie, pretty much the same. I would say with that survival check, you definitely feel like you're going in the right direction. With that survival, I would say you probably found what looks like at one point with these creatures just pushing these wagons and stuff. At one point, a body did fall off one of these wagons. It looked like it was kind of bloodied, as there's blood and such like in the foliage and that it fell onto and such. As you kind of notice, just looks like claw marks and such just scoop up like bits of earth and such to pick up this body and probably take it and throw it back up on the wagon and such. As you guys proceed to keep going for a bit, like I said, it probably takes you a good part of the day, actually, honestly. Probably you guys left late morning and it's probably late afternoon at this point. It probably takes you about a good 6 hours, 7 hours to get, out to essentially what you come to is kind of a hill it has a bit of kind of a kind of a rough rock, I guess maybe hills, maybe not. it kind of, you know, like I said, it looks kind of like a mixture between a cliff and a hill, you know, and it's kind of this rough rock face, and meanwhile the other side seems to be, you know, a little bit smoother and more kind of more formed to a lot of what more looks like the land around in this area. Like I said, it's off in the distance a little bit, but you have a feeling that seems to be where these tracks are leading towards.
All right, guys.
Um,
How do we want to do this? Are we going to try to get closer and draw them to us?
yeah, we could. I mean, we can do that, but first, I think we need to have someone who's sneaky just to give a quick scout to look around our surroundings to make sure we don't get ambushed when we're trying to cause them to come to us, because they're very good with their bows and arrows. So I think we need to stop the carriage right now and have someone scout further up ahead. Quietly. Maybe in bird form. I look at Pazuzu.
I call upon my owl-panther.
Okay, I mean
Can you
you're
sneak through it?
I am driving, right? Or am I stopping now?
well. I was gonna say you know, I'm sure you have signals to kind, you know, the wave down the wagon people, or you guys could just run up to the wagon and stuff and just like signal them to stop, and you guys can converse if you guys want to. That's perfectly fine with
Yeah.
me.
I will signal them to stop and then we can converse quietly.
Okay. About how far away from this structure would you say that you probably are?
I want to say, I don't want to get closer than 80 feet because I don't want to be overheard.
Okay. Well, I mean, 80 feet, if you send somebody out, they'll probably notice pretty easily, you know, a wagon sitting out. I would say probably if you,
Then maybe 100 feet, like somewhere where it's not easily seen.
yeah, you're probably going to want to go at bare minimum, like maybe like 500-600 feet, if not maybe half mile.
Okay. Let's
You
do
know,
half mile
that,
away from the structure.
okay.
Yeah, we could walk the rest of the way. We don't want to take the carriage up closer.
Okay. So, all right. So, you know, setting that, you know, aback about, you know, half a mile or so. Uh, okay. So what are you guys doing? What's your, feel free to discuss your plans.
So we should set someone up. You know, we should scout ahead. I know I myself ain't very sneaky.
I can do that.
I can also sneak.
Okay, do the two of you want to go together and scout, and then we'll stay back here and wait for your return? That way, if something happens to the first scout, you're not just by yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
be careful. Just scout. Don't get caught. If you do, don't die.
Okay.
If you get caught, please send your bird to us, Ane.
Got it.
Okay. Alrighty. So as you two are getting closer to this structure, I guess I need stealth checks from both of you. Okay. Ane, a lot more used to this than you are, Freyja. But as you guys proceed to make your way to this, this, like I said, this odd kind of shaped hill, um, you know, like I said, you know, part of it, like I said, looks like kind of like a cliff face, and the rest of it kind of looks like a hill. Um, As you guys get closer, you start noticing the wagons. And as you guys proceed to get closer, trying to use as much coverage of the surrounding area and such, it's a little hard in this area because it's not like a whole bunch of trees and stuff to hide in. You mostly got some taller grass, but it's not super high. You guys are trying to be as quiet and you know move as quietly as you can and as with the least amount of being noticed. But I mean, still, still got a decent amount of light. But as you guys eventually cut closer to where these wagons are, you notice that behind the wagons looks like what was at one point, though at this point it looks like it's quite old. It looks like a structure of wood framing for what could have been at one point a mine.
Okay.
Outside, don't notice any creatures. Like I said, like I said, you guys are probably looking about maybe about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, give or take.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the. Is the mine like? Is there an open like cave there?
Yeah, like I said, it has the structuring for the made out of wood and such, but it looks old, like like the wood is definitely weathered.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the entrance and just peer in.
Okay.
60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty dark in there. And it looks like a mine.
I don't see anything though. I can see dark vision, dim.
Yeah, you can see dark vision, but like I said, it's only out to 60 feet, and with 60 feet, that's not very far in. It looks like this continues back for quite a ways
Okay.
before.
I looked at it and quietly, hey, should we go in a little further and check it, or should we go back?
Yeah, let's go a little bit farther, and I have an idea. And I raise my arm and summon Sayanine, and
Okay.
have Sayanine perch on my shoulder. And we
Okay.
share Sayanine's dark vision of 120
Okay.
feet.
Okay. I can definitely allow that.
Okay, I guess we're gonna sneak on in.
Okay, go ahead and roll me some new stealth checks.
Oh no.
Okay. So as you guys are trying to sneak in, as you're slowly but surely walking in, Freya, your footing kind of gives out from underneath you, and you slip, and all of a sudden, through owl ears, you hear a loud, boom. You hear a thud as sounds like a body just hit the ground.
Oof.
What are you guys doing?
Freya, you hear within your mind, I thought you were supposed to be good at this.
I blush. I am embarrassed.
Okay.
How far in are we when I fall?
Maybe 20 feet.
Okay, so
Not very.
I know 40 feet on there's nobody, so
Yeah, and like I said, with the way that it twists and turns for a bit here at the very beginning, it's not like a straight shot. Yeah, I mean, like I said, without going further in, it's kind of hard to notice anything.
okay, I gesture like we're gonna keep going, try it again.
I indicate that I'm going to keep going.
I
Okay.
stay behind him a little bit, but I'm going to follow.
Okay. All right. How far in are you guys going?
I want to keep going until I see something of interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want
All right.
something to report back to the others.
Okay. So, I mean, are so you're just sneakily walking through here, not okay? I believe that's and trying to look for something interesting. Got it. All right. All right. See here. Okay. Alrighty. So go ahead and I guess for no, we'll just go ahead and keep using those stealth checks, I think. So as you continue to try to, because like I said, you're both going. If it probably only would change it if something actually changed, but all right. So as you guys continue to go forth, looking around in here, trying to spot anything of interest. Uh, you know, like I said, I guess you're just trying to see if anything looks interesting. Um, alrighty. So, walking in here, you guys managed to get, maybe about a good 200 feet in before you're at the beginning. And as you're sneaking and you're looking around up and trying to spot something, you are, well, moving your body around and trying to look through owl vision. As you're walking, you all of a sudden feel your foot catch something. And you stumble for a little bit.
Okay.
I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
You know I got you.
21. Okay. So as that happens, you stumble, I guess you drop out of your owl vision. No, wait, no, I guess you wouldn't see if you didn't have owl vision. So you're trying to reorient yourself, trying to figure out what's going on here, get the owl to see what's going on. And as you do, kind of at the last minute, like I said, you feel the trip, you hear kind of a when you watch this giant kind of makeshift metal gnarly claw trap just fling towards you until you manage to jump out of the way, and it slams into the side of the wall with a loud thud. And you hear that, you kind of hear some of the rock, kind of just kind of start falling. And off in the distance you hear and it's starting to slowly but surely get louder.
You good to run?
Frey, you hear again in inside your mind, we gotta go. They know we're here, we gotta go.
I turn and run like Dodge.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. So as you two turn tail and start running. No, not being quiet at all.
I don't believe so, no. They
No,
already know
no,
we're
no.
here.
Okay.
Turn and dash. We're gone.
Okay. Alright, so you guys just running back towards the wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are running back towards the wagon, just thinking, oh shit, we did something wrong. Eventually you guys get back to the wagon, and the rest of you guys see them running, and you're just like, what's going on? You get back towards the wagon, you're like, okay, we're at a good distance. Turn, and there's nothing behind you.
Well, we look like idiots.
So what happened?
We triggered a trap. There was a big claw. It's dark in there.
We thought we were being chased by something. Well, he
Yeah,
thought.
we heard.
I mean,
we heard some growling. But I guess they're not that concerned. Maybe they're still investigating the trap. Something like that. So I would say be on your guard.
Okay. Do you want to lure them out like we had planned and we stay stationed at the entrance of this mine, or are you able to maybe as we head over to the location have your owl overlook the building or the area to make sure there's no holes above this entrance as we head over there? As if
I'm not
in case there's
sure
like
I
sniping
understand.
holes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like so the structure, there's the entrance, right? If you're able to get your owl to go up a little bit above it, above the mine shaft, and see if there's any other entrances at a different level, just so that we don't get ambushed.
Okay. I send Say and Enoff to
Okay.
upper level of the mine.
Okay, so they kind of like fly over this hill and such. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check then.
Let me get Sayan's character sheet up.
Kidoki. All right, 14. So Saini's looking around. It doesn't look like in the immediate
Oh,
vicinity.
I get advantage, so let me roll one more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, there you go.
So in the immediate vicinity of like this hill mine place, doesn't look like, scouting for a bit. I don't know how long you're sending her scouting, but, circling around a couple of times and such, looking. Doesn't look like that there's any other entrances or exits at this point. So don't know if
Okay.
the mine is small enough to where they felt like they didn't need another exit, or if it was just, or if it's big to where the exit is like a lot further away. So again, not quite sure.
Okay. Well, let's try to make some noise if you guys are open to it, so that they can come out to the entrance. Let me pick them off one by one.
I can enchant something with light to make it really annoying.
Yeah.
Me
Okay.
too.
Okay, good. You guys make it super annoying. Get them to come out, and welcome back to the zoo. We're going to lure them out of the tunnel. And as of right now, we haven't been able to find any exits apart from this entrance, so we're hoping we won't get ambushed.
Okay.
While they're gonna make noise, I'm gonna start using mold earth in the area right in front. So essentially, once they come out, it's then gonna curve down. And kind of
Okay.
hit like almost like, but I'm keeping like a solid wall, so kind of like almost forcing them into a like mini corral as they try to come out.
Okay. That will, to make it deep enough, that'll probably take you quite a while. I think, because
I mean, I'm just gonna keep pushing at it. It's like trying to see how much I can push down in this one spot as they're making the noise.
okay. So, all right. So, what? All right. So you guys are all going up there. Are you guys being? Or is everybody being sneaky going up there? Or are you guys just going up there normally? What's going on?
I'm going to attempt to be sneaky, but not really. I'm going to definitely have my weapon out already and have the flame out.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I'll go ahead and take your damage then. Okay. And
So
then
I think my plan is to cast light on my idiot owl and have it fly into the cave and shriek with the hope that it will also fly out once it catches attention. It draws aggro, if you will.
Okay. Alrighty.
And I, Ane, will be I will have my bow drawn.
Okay. Alrighty. So
Also, just for, I guess, prep, skin stoned.
okay. No problem. I mean
So stoned.
that happens before combat anyways. Okay. So your plan is okay, so if you guys are actually trying to be sneaky going up to the front door, I need stealth checks. If you guys are just going up there normally, then don't worry about it.
I mean, I'll
And if
try.
everybody's being sneaky, I guess Goose will do it. But Goose is kind of staying a little back in bow range.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in bow range. I don't think I'm
Okay.
going up to any doors.
Yeah, so Goose isn't doing the sneaky thing. He's back a good distance.
All right. Well, if not everybody's being sneaky, then don't worry about rolling stealth checks because it's not worth it at that point because there's people who are not being sneaky anywho. So that's why I was trying to figure out if you're all being sneaky or. But yeah, don't worry about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I'm not gonna stealth, but then I saw everyone doing it, and I'm like, I'll roll. And that's the same, that's exactly as I thought the result was gonna be.
All right. So not some of you being quiet. Well, I think once you guys realize that others are not, you guys don't worry about it. But all right. So as you get up there, you're casting light on your owl and you're sending it in to go screech. And is that your distraction? The trying to bring him out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you cast light. Are you going in the owl vision at all during this, or are you just hoping the owl does what you need it to do?
Can I issue commands to Sayanine at a distance?
Up only to a certain amount, and which I think at that point, from where you're wanting to be and stuff, it'd be out of range.
Yeah, I can't imagine owl vision or anything
You
like
can
that would be.
you can like owl vision if I remember right, like a mile or something ridiculous like that. And it's a long distance that you can owl vision. It's just
Yeah,
you
but
can't command.
if I can't issue commands and I can only watch through its eyes, that's a traumatic experience for Ane. He's watching a slow motion car wreck if Sayanine's not doing her part.
Well, I mean, like I said, you
Gotta
can't-
trust the owl to go back the other way when things get dicey.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying, there's, just so you know, in case something does happen to the owl, you would know if you wanted to go in owl vision. You don't have to if you don't want to, though.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, so you send in the owl, and after casting the light spell on it, and, now you got this glowing owl that goes flying into the mine to go screech. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. What's Sayanine's AC?
That's a good question. A very good question. 11.
11. Okay. So you hear, you watch the owl go in, you hear an owl screech, and after a while, it doesn't seem like the owl is coming. You said your owl's AC is what again?
11.
11, and it's HP? 1?
That's a 1, Hesper.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you don't see the owl coming back out.
So I have materials in my inventory
It'll
to,
take
I
you-
guess, like
it'll-
resummon the owl at my leisure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna take you an hour and 10 minutes to resummon the owl.
Yeah, okay.
An hour and 10 minutes that possibly mean that people are dying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing it now.
Okay.
But the owl's coming back. The owl-panther is not. Gone forever.
Yeah, killed 2 creatures today. Well, last Sunday you guys killed a whole bunch of creatures.
This is true.
And I think we're about to kill some more.
Probably. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like anything is happening. Nothing seems to be coming out, and it's believe with the distance of the mine and how far back you are and stuff, there's no telepathic message. You guys do.
I'm pretty sure it's obvious for everybody that the bird is dead. Because it was making a lot of noise and then it just fucking stopped.
It's dead.
I guess we could just start yelling.
Okay, so you guys are gonna stand at the mouth of this mine and start yelling?
Well, hang on. Considering the thing didn't keep following us out of the cave, out of the mine, I'm thinking they're staying in there for a reason.
Well, we ain't going in. They ain't coming out. We're kind of at a standstill.
And they know we're there. We all know we're here, so.
Anyone have any boom boom?
Can we smoke them out?
I use Druid craft to make a small thing of smoke and just poof.
If there's a small woof of smoke, it's it's like it's like a drop of water in the sea.
Are they coming?
No.
Okay. So I am going to take one of my little tokens out and I'm going to magically tinker it. And it says I can have it continuously, I can make it emit an odor. So I'm going to give it the foulest odor that I have ever smelt in my
Hold on,
entire life.
dude. They're troglodytes. They love that stuff.
Oh. Never mind.
That's
Make
not
it the
gonna
best
work.
The most beautiful smelling thing, then. Would that mess up a troglodyte?
Don't know. Yeah, troglodytes are basically D&D skunks, but they're like lizards.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to imbue it with an ear-piercing chirping noise, okay? And I'm going to be throwing it into the... Perhaps... Can anybody throw something pretty good? I got a pretty, like, metal-looking token if you throw it in there. Can anybody throw it pretty good and throw it into there?
Okay.
Can I attach it to an arrow somehow?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty small, so yeah, you could.
Yeah, he's talking about like a little Chuck E. Cheese token, basically.
Yeah.
And throwing it in the mouth, that would definitely reverberate in there, making it a lot louder. So I'll do that. I'll tinker this token to where it emits a loud, ear-piercing, screeching, chirping sound. So, and then if you chuck it in there with your arrow, so let's do that.
Okay, let me just double check your thing. I believe that should be doable, but I just want to make sure. So we are talking about your let's see here. The light, recorded message.
And then right below it, object continuously emits your choice of an odor or non-verbal sound, wind waves, chirping, or the like.
Okay, so a loud chirp. Got it.
Very loud chirp. And it should be even louder in a small area to reverberate the sound.
Okay. Well, you do gotta remember this is a free ability that doesn't cost you anything. So there's a limitation on how loud it's actually gonna be.
Okay, so that I know because I'm making it and I don't look like an idiot, how loud can I make it be then? Because it's also going into a cave, which would make it louder.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just I would say it's free. I mean, it wouldn't be like I'd say it wouldn't be any louder than like a person talking.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm not doing that. That would be dumb.
Okay. All right. So, what are you guys doing? I mean, at this point, it kind of feels like we're at a Mexican standoff.
Leroy!
Leroy's a definite possible strategy if that's what you guys want to do.
I mean, guys, I really don't want to go in that cave.
Yeah.
Not a cave, it's a mine.
I really don't want to go in that mine either.
I think mines are usually in caves, for the record.
Yeah.
But you make a mine, a cave just happens.
Not necessarily. Could be a man-made cave.
Okay. Well. Umi, can you roar into the mine shaft?
Just for clarification, they told us that they went at least 200 feet or so, right? Before they
Yeah.
triggered that trap. And they
Mhm.
didn't see any people.
No, it was kind of like it was tucked around a corner.
Okay. So we should probably examine the fact that even if we start bringing them out here, we'd be at that for a while. And we'd have no survivors, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, let's go in, Pazuzu. Let's put a little bandana. Use your scarf as a blindfold until we get to the enemies. Would that help ease your anxiety?
Oh, but you can't see the stars when you're in a cave.
Oh.
Somebody hit him in the head real hard and create cartoon physics. You'd see stars.
Oh. Anae, can you draw some stars, and then that way you can visualize the stars? Would that work?
I think for me to do anything like what you'd want to happen, that would require a spell slot. Of which I'm apparently empty? That's probably not right. Hold on.
No, you
Setting
should have
back to
filled that
2.
back up. I
Yeah.
told you guys I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that. I told you guys to take care
Yeah,
of all that last
oopsie.
time.
Oopsie.
Rue is just
Well-
gonna throw his hands out and dancing lights are gonna appear just kind of spinning above Feugy.
Okay, above
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu's head. Okay. Okay, so you got 4 globules of light bloop, 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 and just spinning around the top of your head now.
All right, I get out my star map, and
Okay.
I'm just looking just straight at it, not where I'm going to be walking. I'm just looking at the star map.
Okay.
I'm holding my breath the whole time.
Okay.
Pazuzu does not like this one bit.
Okay.
Oh, so we're not sneaking in here, right?
No.
Apparently
Okay.
not.
No.
So I'm gonna play my pan flute of illusions and have twinkly stars above us, above Pazuzu the whole time too.
I think I think for you to keep the illusion, you have to just keep playing your flute.
Yeah, I will just softly
Okay.
play it the whole time we're walking.
Okay, so there's 4 globules of light flying over your head. There's flute music, and there's little twinkling stars just in front of you, and you're staring at your map.
It gets better. Okay, so I do not have my crutch that is owl vision, and I cannot see in the dark. So I'm going
Well,
to enchant my staff with light.
Okay, I was going to say because dancing lights is a light source.
I want my own.
Okay,
I'm
no,
gonna
not
cast
a problem.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far out do the globules produce light, and how far out does light produce light?
Each one gives a 10-foot radius.
Okay, until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius for light, and 10 feet for you. Okay.
I have 15 feet of dark, sparkly stars, if that matters.
Okay, not really, because it's
I
not
know.
emitting extra light. So yeah, I was just seeing on how the light situation would look. Okay.
So, for I guess for fairness, if we go into this, seeing all the light sources we have, seeing all the star sources we have, I'm going to leave one with Pazuzu. The other three are just kind of gonna spread through the group to kind of keep a more even like train.
Okay.
Thank
Alrighty.
you.
Okay, so I need from you guys a marching order. So who's going up front, and who's hiding in the back, and who's standing in the middle?
I'll be middle back. Or
Okay.
like third or fourth. I know I'm usually
Middle front.
I'm front.
I'll be all the way in the back, past Professor to help guard Professor.
I think I'm as far back as you guys will let me.
Okay, so we have two or three people fighting for the back.
I'm not fighting for it if he wants to go behind me. That's fine.
Okay. So is Pazuzu going behind you, and then are you on Duck, or are you walking next to Duck? What's going on?
Is the entrance of the place big enough for me to ride him in?
Yeah, you can ride him in.
I'm riding for now.
Okay, I just needed to make sure. Okay, and then
And also because I'm assuming Pazuzu is kind of frightened, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him. I'm just gonna look at him. It's like he's gonna say, "You chicken, come on." So
You
I'm gonna.
chicken, come on.
I touch Pazuzu, give him bravery or heroism,
Okay.
bravery. There you go. So he's not afraid.
Oh,
Ooh. Nice.
Okay. Alrighty, so as you guys go in the cave, we're essentially Leroy Jenkinsing it at this point. You guys entering, you know, probably because of the source of light's pretty much a dead giveaway. As you guys come in, you guys manage to get past the trap, which is still triggered. The claws are dug into the side of the wall.
My eyes are
you know-
looking for other traps, Hesper.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
I'll help.
Okay.
You can roll. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, looking around with your light in the distance, as you can see, nothing seems to be out of place. You do see the rope that you missed. Like I said, it probably didn't help that you were in owl vision. You're relying on where the owl was looking. So, anyways, as you guys enter, you guys hear. As you guys, reverberating through the cave, as we will now be in the combats.
I do want to clarify and preface that we are all wearing our scarves over our mouth and noses.
Okay.
And I have my breath held this entire time.
Yes.
Okay.
Cados is currently not breathing.
Well, Feugy said the same thing too, because he can do that
Yeah.
too. So, all right.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So, I need, like I said, I need initiative checks, please.
And I guess just to be as fair as with the details that Cados has also brought in, Rue is probably only like haphazardly wearing his. Like he was told to put it on, so he technically did, but he's not really like trying to put it on.
Okay. Let's see here. We got an A, we got Pazuzu, we got Goose.
Which button is the initiative button again on the
The one that
token?
says initiative.
Yeah, you
Oh,
click,
you're right, okay.
You click on your
I-
token and it says initiative up
found
at the
it.
top.
I think I have advantage on initiative, right?
Not yet, I don't
Okay.
think.
Never
Let me
mind.
just double check. I know eventually you will. Yeah, it doesn't look like you have it yet. I want to say it's like 5th level or something like that.
Okay.
Hey Hesper,
Oh.
what's my spell casting modifier?
Your spellcasting modifier is your intelligence.
Okay, you have 4 temporary hit points then.
That's fast movement. I believe it's 7th level, which is your feral instinct, maybe? Yeah, you won't have it until 7th level. The thing that you have advantage on is the dexterity saves on things that you can see.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our descending order. So we'll be starting with Pazuzu, then Weird Lizard, then Umi, then Freyja, then another Weird Lizard, and then an A, and then final Weird Lizard, Goose, Harrow, Rue, and then we'll start back up at the top. All right, so Pazuzu, you're up first.
Well, I guess I'm feeling a little brave. So I'll move up my 35 feet.
Okay.
Can I see if these guys have bows or are they melee weapons?
I need you to roll a perception check at disadvantage. Because they're just far enough out of your dark vision at this point to get a clear picture. Because 9, hard to tell. You're assuming there might be, considering the previous engagement.
I think I'll do it anyways. I'm going to cast Entanglement.
Okay. So what do I need?
Let me double check it real quick. It's a 20-foot square. Must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Hey, give me a second here. I thought that green would be fine, but it was too dark. So I need a brighter green. There we go. 15. All right, there's a 20-foot square.
Right here.
Okay. Let's see here. Entangle 90 feet. Okay. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to. Do I need to zoom in because it's being a piece of? Yes, I hate this sometimes because it's like I don't want to go there, you idiot, and I'm like, you should.
You tell him, Hesper.
So where were you trying to do it? Sorry.
Right here.
Okay. So you're trying to place it like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, and grasping vine. Difficult terrain. A creature in the area. Then when you cast spells, are entangled by the plant. Restrained. Creatures restrained by plants. have to use its action to make a strength check against your spell save. Okay. So I guess they need to go ahead and make it. So, actually, I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna make it like an even square, like right on those squares, so I don't have to. Is that okay, Feugy?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So I need to make 3 strength saving throws then. All right, against your spell save DC of 13. That's a success. That's a success. And that is a failure.
Aha.
So, I'm trying to remember which one of these little token things is restrained. Oh, there we go. I think it's net. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that one's restrained. The other ones managed to make it, but it's still difficult terrain for anything else going through it. Got it. Anything else going on?
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to look at my star map and really concentrate on it, and I am going to transform into my archer form.
Okay, let me go ahead and put Where's the machine gun? The machine gun. All right. Unfortunately, I think for your story form, nothing's in range.
Nope, it's only 60 feet.
Okay. All right. So that ends your turn. It will be the creature's turn. Let's see here. Yep. Okay, so he's just. Think he's gonna move there. And first shot at you, Feugy. That's a 10. I'm sure that misses.
That it does.
Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Okay, so as this creature goes and pulls back and pulls its bow out and starts shooting 2 arrows at you. You watch arrows go whiz past you and clatter into the walls behind you. Alrighty, that's that turn. Umi, it's your turn. You're up on deck, Freyja.
Okay. Can I potentially use those crates that are in the middle of the room as cover?
I mean,
Are they big enough for that?
they're
Or are
about
they just like
they're about waist high.
okay?
So I mean,
Okay. I think what I'm
if you went prone, you probably you could, but just I mean, like I said.
okay. I'm going to. I'm
Like I
gonna
said,
use all of my movement and my action to get like behind or right up to this box here.
okay, all right,
And then I'm gonna go ahead and like duck down for now.
okay. So you get down about as low as you can. Are you going prone, or are you just kind of
No,
crouching down?
I'm just crouching.
Okay, I'll give you half cover.
Okay.
Because I mean, you are a big girl, and these boxes are kind of smallish compared to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely a lot better, and they're kind of smashed and such. Now that you're up here looking at them and such, so there's bits and pieces missing. So trying to hide as best as you can.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
That's it.
Freyja, it's your turn.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, I found something that I didn't remember that I had.
Mm-hmm.
One sec. Let me. Anybody who ever has a bardic inspiration die, I don't know what this. I've never used this, so
Yeah. So if you give a bardic inspiration like over the Feugy, and he cast a spell and it hits, he can use it to up his damage or up how much he heals. Instead of just
Yeah, it gives them a choice, basically.
instead of just upping his attacks and saving throws and ability checks.
Okay. I don't remember that. So I was like, wait, okay. Sorry. Just wanted to.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't think you really given Feugy very many inspirations in the first place. I think you've mostly been giving it to like the melee, so.
Well, yeah.
But anyways.
Okay. He's crying to me, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Hang on. We are not together in the game, Feugy. Okay, I'm gonna get up a little bit. I don't want to get all the way up and become a target. And
So are you using your action because you're gonna have to dash the? I think,
yeah. Well,
yeah, I think you're gonna have to dash to get as far as you did.
Yeah, that's fine. And I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration. Pazuzu.
Okay. So we'll put a pink dot on you. Oh, right, and your sword's on fire, so boop. I forgot to give you your orange dot. There you go.
All right.
Orange dot.
And my words of inspiration are quit whining, ya baby. You can survive this cave system. Get out there and do it. And I reach over and smack him on the butt and return to where I'm at.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Alrighty. Okay. It's going to be the creature and Ane, you're on deck. So I need this. Yeah, he's going to use his action to try to get out of there because there's. Well, no, I think he's going to try to use his action to get out of there. That is a 10. No, he is still stuck. This one saw you. Let's see here. I'm just checking something. Yeah. He's going to move just a little bit closer. He's going to pull out his bow. And he's going to try shooting you, Umi, with the +2 from the boxes. So I'll just -2 from his. That's a natural 20. So as an arrow sticks into you, Umi, you're going to take a total of 9 + 6. So 15 points of damage.
What? Hello?
He rolled a nat 20.
15 points. Bro, that's half my health.
I'm
Please.
sorry. He rolled really damn good on his damage. And a nat 20. I guess he's making up for the other one not being able to do shit because he stuck him in a patch of weeds. And then this one's going to come over here, and yeah, same thing. Longbow, normal shot. That is a 5, -2, so 3. So that arrow just, as you're reeling from pain, the other arrow just kind of over your head, and you're just like, stop shooting me, you assholes. Alrighty.
Hesper, I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Because this would have happened to us. I just curious question for Lonnie's character. So she is laying prone behind.
I asked her if she's laying prone, and she
I'm not
specifically
prone.
said not.
Oh, so you're not covered at all? You're standing up?
No,
I have half cover.
She's squatting down, so I'm giving her a half cover, which is +2 to her AC, but a natural 20 hits no matter what.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought they would roll at disadvantage. My good.
Yeah, no, if she was prone, I would have had him roll at disadvantage, but
Okay.
she wasn't. That's why I specifically checked on that, and she wasn't prone. All right, so Ane, you are up. Monsters
Cool.
are after you.
So, Step of the Wind. I move my regular feet, and then I use my bonus action to get up in touchy-feely range with Umi,
Okay.
and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Hey, thanks.
That's almost all the hit points you lost.
May I
Heal.
also crouch down?
Okay, so you're not gonna move any closer?
No, I'm
Maybe
good.
go prone and learn from my mistake.
Yeah, I might go prone. Yeah, I'll do that.
You're going prone?
Yeah,
All right.
have myself a little lay down.
Okay. So that means next round your movement is half.
Mhm.
I'm just letting you know. Okay. And yeah, we set it up where step of wind doesn't cost a key point. Yep. Okay. So, all right. Last creature, Goosewaddle, you're on deck. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think these guys have any ranged attacks. Actually, I'm 99% sure they don't. Yeah, no ranged attack. So fine. So yeah, he's just gonna use his action and just run up there and let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 25. Yeah, he's gonna start going through the boxes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, he's stuck there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, he's gonna run here, but that's his action. Action. And action. Okay. So that's all of them. Is a lot of them have closed ground. To get up in the fighty range. And that will end their turn. It's Goose's turn. Harrow, you're on deck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move both of these suckers here.
Okay.
I'm ready. And then I'm gonna let's see. Let's see, who do we got coming up? I am going to. Can you give me a 20-foot cube for fairy fire?
A 20-foot cube. Okay. Let's see here. Oops, hold on. It's 15. That's okay. That's 20 feet.
Okay, I want you to put it the corner to encompass.
So you're wanting it like this?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm hitting those three. So
Okay. Alrighty. So you're concentrating on that. They need to make.
oh wait, never mind. It's a concentration thing. Never mind. I get because if Feugy loses bravery, he becomes afraid again, right? I didn't think about that.
He's probably in the middle of combat right now, so you know it's probably not. It's up to you.
I just didn't know how that worked because if he loses it, I don't want him to turn scaredy again. Never mind. I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
pelt this sucker just in case.
Okay, give me a second here to do it. Oh, come on. Please. There we go. Okay, and you're gonna shoot that one. Okay,
Yeah,
go
and
for it.
can I keep with Duck Duck? Just have him helping me since I'm riding him. Can he like get advantage or no?
No, Duck Duck would have to be next to the monster for you to get the help from that. Yeah, that will hit for 8 points of damage. You fire your crossbow bolt into its back as it's kind of looking towards Umi and going.
Okay, and I
And
only.
it kind of looks towards you and it's kind of mad.
That's upsetting. Do I get another shot or no?
No, it's just one. You're not at multi-attack level yet.
Okay, and that would be it.
Yep. Not unless you get off Duck Duck and send Duck Duck up, but that was full Duck Duck move, so maybe next turn.
Yeah.
All right, Harrow and Ruse on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna move 35 feet right behind Pazuzu because that's as far as I can go,
Okay.
with the intention that I will eventually go where Umi and Ane are. I still have my weapon drawn, but
Okay.
I will hold my action to dodge potentially if I get shot at.
Well, you can't hold the dodge action. You can go ahead and use the dodge action as your action if you want to.
Okay, yeah. So I'll use dodge as my action because right now I'm not in range of anyone. But if someone tries to attack me, I'll dodge.
Okay, so as you get up behind Pazuzu, you kind of ready your greatsword into a defensive position, ready to like deflect attacks that are incoming.
Yeah, that's my intention.
All right, Arcado Guru, it's your turn.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30?
Okay.
As I'm walking up there, I'm just going to kind of gesture so the orbs kind of spread out into the room to help Ane and Umi. And as I do that, my other hand is kind of digging through my bag. It's like, right, I have something for this, right? And I'm going to pull out my sling, and I'm going to attack the one that's closest to Umi.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, that's within 30. 5 day though, you release the rock, it goes skipping across the ground and it just careens, and you hear wood go and just broken wood starts splintering a little bit more. Okay. So here's my question to Aster and Bubba, since you were talking about wanting to get off here in like 9 minutes. Do you think you can get another round of combat in, or do you think you want to hold it here for next time?
Probably a good stopping point for me.
This seems good to me.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and pick up here next time after that. We had Feugy win last time, so Feugy, who gets the inspiration?
Who doesn't have it right now?
I think a lot of people burned theirs last combat, so.
I haven't gotten it.
Yeah, I think you did have one, but you used it on something, Bubba. Or somebody used it for you.
I've got the inspiration passed to me. Who in the world gave it to me?
I
Yeah,
think
you did, and then
you got the inspiration handed to you, and then you didn't show up the next time, so we just had somebody else pick for you.
Oh, I never knew I actually got the inspiration. Okay.
Yeah, I believe you did, and I think you used it on... You have inspiration. That's what the little dragon thing check mark above your proficiency bonus means.
What?
Look on your character sheet. To the left, you see strength, dexterity, constitution, and then you see inspiration, and you see that little squiggly and that curved upside down dragon.
I didn't know I had it. I didn't know what that was. I just thought it was part of the sheet.
But we've been
Nope.
playing this game for how long?
Well, Bubba's
5
never
years.
gotten inspiration before, so it's always been blank.
Oh, poor Bubba.
Never.
It's because you go to bed early like a loser.
Bubba's never here for the end of our sessions, so he doesn't even know we do this.
Yeah, so Bubba, basically what that means is that you get a free reroll or roll at advantage.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it to Cados for having to make the tough move today.
Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, so Cados.
Cados confirmed cat killer.
Now I'm getting yelled at because Khaleesi gave me inspiration and I ain't giving it back.
Oh, you can
No,
go
it's
ahead and
fine.
give it to
At least, she had inspiration and
I gave you
knew-
inspiration last time. Feugy.
No, he didn't. I gave him the bardic, so
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
He cried his way into it, and now see if that works again.
Just be glad you had it and knew you had it. So
Yeah, true.
all right. Good night, everybody.
Yep. All
All
right,
right,
we'll go
good
ahead and
night.
call it here. Hope everybody had a good session.